You guys ready to have some fun? All right. So I think personally one of the biggest announcements of this entire event is the Real Results Party Toolkit. I really truly believe this is one of the biggest announcements. And it's only a couple pages long, so believe me, you have to have very powerful information in only a few pages to make that kind of a statement. But really what's in here is a completely new training. First of all, my wife Tammy did a 30-minute audio that walks you through every part of the booklet. And the second thing that's in here is there's a new Real Results Party DVD, a fully new-blown presentation. We actually in Nashville went into a studio there. Actually, we used Jeff Olson's suite. That was cool. It was like a studio, and we filmed it. And what it is, it's kind of a hybrid presentation, a combination between Tammy and I's presentation using regular PowerPoint and high-tech Flash that the company uses with video technology and introducing the field of life and the founder's vision. And I will tell you this, we are going to show it to you today in this section. So you're going to be able to actually watch the full video so you can check it out and see what it's about. But really what we're going to do is, I don't want you to miss this part. A lot of things are going to look very, very similar to the way that we do a party, but we're really going to put some 1%ers in here and tighten up this entire system so it's very, very streamlined, it's very, very duplicatable. And one thing that we did do is we hired some consultants, and we've been spending, I mean, literally, it's probably been about a 3-month process, but the last 5 weeks or so have been very, very aggressive. We've had some field leaders involved in this, as well as some consultants that we brought in that are very, very good at home party. They're good at party plan and different things like that. And that's not necessarily what our style is, but we took the best of the best and put it together in what our culture is. And I can just tell you guys that what we came up with is really, really something that's extraordinary, getting a better, higher close ratio. And probably the biggest thing that we're going to talk about is how to pass through and book more parties. It's all about the referral marketing, turning one party into 5 parties, into 20 parties, into 50 parties, and you know how that goes. So it's all about duplication. So I'm going to bring my my wife up here, and you guys know that Tammy and I like to have fun from stage. So she's been orchestrating and preparing with some of our folks that are going to role play with us today. So I am actually nervous for the first time in a long time. Okay, she's like, don't get on my bad side. I'm like, absolutely not. You're gonna have a microphone. I'm gonna behave myself here today. But I really appreciate it. Tammy and I have been going around the clock, and we homeschool our kids. So we're a very, very busy household and a lot of dynamics going on. And we're brand partners just like you, so we're building our business and playing our corporate role. So Tammy wears like 10 hats, and she's able to really pull it off. So please help welcome to stage my wife, Tammy Smith. All right.
Thank you. Hey, party people. I got my party hat on today, so I'm ready to talk about parties.
Yes. Uh-oh.
So it was a good intro, babe. You did a good job.
Okay, good. I got my notes.
Usually this is my territory.
Yeah.
So I got to learn how to
So
share
we're starting
today.
early, obviously.
All right. So are we going to divide this? In
Sure.
half,
How's
like,
this? This is your half right here.
Okay.
Put your stuff there.
A couple events
and this
ago,
is my
we were
half.
having a marital dispute on stage in front of everyone. So we need to establish our rules here, our boundaries.
So we really actually have, we probably rehearsed most of our time on who would have which side of the podium. So the married couples will appreciate it's kind of who gets which side of the vanity in the bathroom and that whole thing, right? The wife gets all the shelves and the guys get the little soap dish on the side. We all know how that is, right? But we will have some fun, and we want this to be natural. Really, we're gonna be goofy. We're gonna role play the do's and don'ts of a party. But we really want it to be natural, because I think sometimes a successful party to me is not whether you get a sign up or not. A successful party to me is that you have fun, that you don't get overly nervous. It's okay to get nervous, but I think nervousness comes from thinking you have to have your suit and tie on, or your bow tie and your ball gown, and the hors d'oeuvres need to be perfect, and your children need to be perfect. I mean, that's just not reality. So we want to really just show you how it really does go down. And I think those of you that have done enough parties are going to go, yep, that's happened to me before. Yep, that's happened to me before. And if you haven't done a party yet, hopefully you don't scare you too much to not want to ever do a party, okay? So we're just gonna have some fun with this.
So the first thing we're gonna do is really discuss the 3 parts of a party. And that's the before, the during, and the after. So we're gonna allot each step of the party and kind of guide you along the way. So go ahead and take some notes, and we'll tell you what to do prior to your party, during your party, and what you do after the entire thing is over. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, it's just like any other party that you'll really celebrate or pull off. like a birthday party or a holiday party, just set a date. There's no date or time that's better than another. Just set something in place. And just invite like you would normally. Now, one thing that Mark and I know all about is invite 3 times the amount of people you plan on attending your party.
Yes.
And don't worry if you invite 30 and 30 don't show up. That happens to all of us. Other people have things that go on, and it's not like your party's their priority. Your party is, of course, your priority. So just know that you need to invite many more people than you plan on being in your home, and also don't invite anyone that you don't feel comfortable with being in your home. So just keep it to some close friends and family. We have some family members. We know.
This is on video. We probably don't want to mention those family members. But anyways,
we won't go there.
But it is true. It is true. Like a lot of people, if you would invite them to your home for something else, you don't invite them home for a Real Results party. The other thing is, I want to make a comment, is never invite a stranger. We really want to really put that out there. I know that's the obvious, but there are some people that, they've invited people they don't even know. We have other tools, there's other formats for that. Okay, so you don't need that weirdo situation happen in your home. So some of you have experienced that. It's people show up and you've never met them before other than the grocery line, and now they're in your home, and that's not good, especially these days. Don't go that route. There's other things. There's market parties, there's websites, there's magazines you can give somebody. So really just keep it to the people you would normally have in your home.
Yes. And so the invitation process, there's many ways you can invite people. The first thing I like to do is go in your back office, in your Nerium Communication Center. We have some pre-formatted invites that are already, they have all the verbiage there. All you need to do is insert the email address, the name, the date and time of your party, and push send. And I'm telling you, if you have not looked in your Nerium Communication Center, go explore that. There's tons of great information already pre-formatted for you. You don't even have to really think. Now, a new thing that we've incorporated in there is an invite that includes a video invitation done by our CEO and founder, Mr. Jeff Olson. So that's definitely a great tool that you'll want to access and utilize when you invite through this process. Absolutely.
And one of the things that's great about our branding and our technology and how crisp everything is with Nerium is that first impression is a lasting impression. So when they all of a sudden see this like really cool, fun, but very classy approach, that does set up your party. So if you start to get creative and create your own things, and some people create some things, you look at it and you go, I probably wouldn't go to that party. Just leave it to the experts. I mean, the branding team in this company is second to none. Use the things that really portray who we are, our brand, and the classiness that we want to attract to the company, and all of our tools do that. So you are setting a sequence. When people recognize, one thing that we often experience from people that are new when they have a couple touch points before they really get going, is they notice the continuity of all the branding, and you just know right away, wow, this is not your basic company. This is a real class act. Someone really knows what they're doing. So these things are the 1%ers we don't want you to miss. Oh, well, maybe I send an invitation. Is it really that big of a deal if I do it their way or if I do it my way? Well, it's not that big of a deal with that 1%er, but when you take several of these 1%ers and add them together, that's the difference between getting 100% better result. It's 1% on top of 1% on top of 1%, and this entire day, or this entire training right now, is filled with all these 1%ers.
Yes. Now, what you're going to want to do is once you do your invitation, once you send your invitation out, always follow up with a personal phone call. I've gotten invitations. I'm in a sorority, so they do these alumni events, and they send me all these invitations, but I always delete and I ignore because I'm too busy. Nothing really triggers me to go and open it. Now, if I had a phone call from one of my sorority sisters and said, hey, we just got this invite, and it's barbecue, we're going to have so much fun, that would draw my attention to go and check out that email and open it up. So it's the same thing here. Call them and let them know, hey, you know what, I just sent you an invitation in your inbox. It's sitting in your email box. So when you get a chance, please go ahead and go take a look at that. I'm super excited. That will draw their attention to go probably do a search because they probably bypassed it. So always follow up an invite with that personal phone call. Now, another thing that I like to do is send out maybe a little, a little teaser to what their appetite about what they're going to see at your party. Now, we have these great clips. I like to keep it within 2 minutes in your back office, again, in your Nerium Communication Center, under videos. You can go find all the video downloads back there and go find some of the testimonials. They're all with, less than 2 minutes long. It just gives them a little something to look at before they get to your party and get just a little interested in, it's a skincare product. Oh, it's an opportunity, or whatever, and whatever you end up sending to them. But I like to send that just to get them intrigued. Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, and one thing that we do find is when someone shows up at the party for the first time, if they have had a couple of the touch points, whether it's a nice invitation or they've got maybe one or two of the easy clip videos, or this is another thing that you've probably noticed, they're already been on the product for a day or two. It just makes for a better party. If it's their first exposure, we're not saying that it won't work, but if you can have a couple of pre-party type scenarios that happen, you'll notice that you have a higher close ratio within that party. You get more signups, more PCs, more brand partners, because people kind of already know what to kind of expect, and we have nothing to hide from here. You know, some companies teach, get them to your house, tell them it's a birthday party, okay? You know, pick your favorite gift that you think you might want, and they come and, you know, it's the birthday party business presentation. Anyone experienced that yet? We call that the ambush, okay? That's not what we do here. We have something that's real, it's something we're proud of, it's something that works. We tell them right up front, hey, this is what we're all about, this is what we're doing, we're gonna have fun, you know, it's a wine and cheese party, you know, just we're gonna have fun. And that's the difference here, it really isn't, it's really making for the difference.
And I think that for a lot of people, it takes them, as you said earlier, multiple exposures before they make that decision to join you. So why not make that party be that final exposure where they've seen everything that they need to see, so that when you're there with your expert, you know, with your expert there to help you, that they're just that much closer to saying yes to joining you in Nerium. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is go ahead and secure your expert. So we know that you're new, we don't expect you to know exactly how to do this business, and that's why you need an expert at your party. Now, you might say, oh, well, the person that got me involved lives in California and I'm in Texas. Well, that's okay too, because we have many different ways that an expert can be at your party. Number one, in person, if they're local to you. Number two, you can teleconference them in, so they can actually dial into your party, and through a conference call or through a speakerphone, they can address all of your participants at your party. Or the last way, which is my favorite, is Skyping. Now, the beauty of Skype, I'm talking to you experts, is yes, we work from home, we can make our own schedule, but the wonderful thing about Skype is you can be in your pajamas and no one ever knows. You are working, dialing in and talking to a group of people on the other end, and you are just, you know, kind of in the middle of your day. Like, for instance, we had a party at our house, and I had a party to Skype into, and so I just ran upstairs real quick, you know, kind of fluffed my hair up a little bit, got all ready, and I'm there on Skype for about 15 minutes, and then I'm done, and I did my work. But that's an avenue that I want everyone to try to explore, is that Skyping.
One thing about using an expert is it brings that personal touch. The biggest probably hesitation that a new person has, or a potential brand partner, is, can I do this? Am I smart enough? Do I know enough people? Do I have enough time? So when you really show the true system that's duplicatable, it's there's support, they're not going to be on their own, those are the probably more important things. Sometimes we get to the money too quick. Oh, our comp plan, and you get a coaching bonus and all this stuff. And you know, that's really not what the person wants to know. They want to know, does the product work? Is it a reputable company? And can I do this? The can I do this is really critical to them making a decision. They can like everything. They can see the money, they can see the opportunity, they can believe in the product. But if they don't believe they can do it, guess what? They won't say yes. So these touch points show that, oh wow, so really Tammy didn't have to really know anything, but she got this other person on the phone and they answered my questions. I can do that. Whenever your prospect's saying, I can do that, you know you've done it right. When your prospect's thinking in their head, looks good, feels good, someone's gonna get very wealthy here, this is gonna be a lucrative program, but I could never do what they just did. Whenever they're thinking that, you know that you've done it wrong. So you really want to always be thinking like your prospect. I can do that. That's easy. That's fun. I'm willing to do that to the people that I know. The people that I know would want to participate in things like this. That's when you know you're staying within that system.
Yes. So now we're still at the before your party steps. So the next thing you need to do is really get your materials. Now, lucky for us here at Nerium, you don't have to wait for your kit to plan your party. You truly do not need your kit, your launch kit at all, because everything is downloadable from your back office. So this is what this step is about. It's about go in your back office, go ahead and print your enrollment forms, your sign-in sheets, get all of those prepared for your party. You can even stream or download the video presentation from your back office as well. Now, magazines, I understand maybe you can have your expert bring some if you didn't get your kit already. Party supplies. This is the time where you're going to go shopping, and if you're going to have a wine and cheese, go out and get the wine and the cheese and the crackers and things like that. But be sure that you do this days before your party. You don't want to do this the day of, because you want to be as calm and relaxed as possible, which I know I tell that to people, but that doesn't always happen. But as long as we're telling you to be calm, we hope that 2% will listen to us.
That's what the wine's for, okay?
That's true.
Here, have a glass of wine, relax. Okay?
Yes. And go ahead.
Let me just mention something there too with one of the things that why we believe this is one of the most impactful tightening of our system here today is that the gap of when a new brand partner joins to when a new brand partner actually starts. What you will find is typically that new brand partner, they don't know any better, they're nervous, they're already trying to avoid getting started, so they paid for their kit and they're sitting there and, oh, now I will wait for my kit. Whoo, I still don't need to actually do this thing. Right, wouldn't you agree with that, guys? They're nervous. Let's just be honest with each other. We were nervous. We've been in the industry forever and we got our kit. We were like, okay, we got our kit. I actually called Jeff Olson. I'm like, all right, what do I do now?
Now what?
I think back of that, it's like, oh my goodness, he must have been like, wow, really? Wrong choice of people. What do you mean, what do you do? Go do it, right? So it's just a human nature it's kind of deer in the headlights. What do I do? This is new. I've never done this before. Just think about this for a second. If we can narrow the gap of when someone joins the company and when they have their first party, to where they get their first check, to where they get their first promotion. We call it fast start qualification. That will explode our business, guys. Think about that. The average person's waiting 5 to 7 days to get their kit. The kit comes there and they go, I'll open it tomorrow, I'll open it the next day, well, I get ballet recital for the little girl, T-balls tonight. I mean, they were thinking of everything they can to avoid it. Our job as good sponsors, I'm gonna talk later on, and again tomorrow, about the difference between being a recruiter and a sponsor. A sponsor is someone that takes that person by the hand and says, you know what? They invested $500 to $1,000 in our company. They invested $500 to $1,000 really in us, right? As you're their friend, you're their neighbor, you're their coworker, or it's cold market, you met them at a Starbucks. We need to take that serious. We have to give them every advantage that we can possibly give them and really truly invest our time in them, because they trusted us and they invested their money in our company. So by doing that, we have to really hold their hand a little bit. It's kind of like when you have a child, that infant, you don't just say, okay, well, mom and dad will be home a little bit later, we got to go shop and go ahead and take care of yourself. I really, for lack of better terminology, they're almost like an infant. They're a newbie. They don't know anything about what we do. This is a whole new world to them. Even if they've been a successful business owner, this is a whole new world. And if we can get that gap of when they sign up to when they get their kit to when they engage, if we can take that down to their 72-hour window of getting in their living room, booking a party, and moving them along, when are they the most excited about their business? The moment they sign up. When are they the most coachable about their business? The moment they sign up. Well, most of us miss that moment because we buy into the, okay, when your kit comes, we'll get you started. So Tammy and I's job today really is to show you and prove to you that we can have a hugely successful party way before that kit ever arrives in the mail because of our new Party Central system that we're going to talk to you about in a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Exciting stuff.
That's you, babe.
Awesome. So now what we want to do is, there's some new terminology here, so you'll learn this kind of along the way. We're going to take you through some sequence, and we're going to speed it up because we're going to role play this, which kind of give you the training bullet points. But everything we're talking about right now, I mean, literally, word for word, step by step, almost perfectly with the flow of the slides is going to be in your toolkit. That's why we're really going to keep directing you back to the toolkit. But the hosting welcome. The hosting welcome is the host's welcome to their group. Okay, they're welcoming the folks that they invited over to their house. The hosting welcome is a very simple process, and this is probably one of the most nerve-wracking things for a new brand partner. Like, oh my goodness, I've got to talk to people that I know. I have to talk to my family members. It's like, well, why would you be nervous? Well, why? Because now all of a sudden they're in this new business, right? So they have the butterflies. So to take the edge off that, it's very easy. Give them a simple process to follow. So these are the 3 things. Why did you choose Nerium? Someone may say, look, I chose Nerium because it's a phenomenal product. I used it, I liked it, and I've just been dying to find something to make a few $100s extra a month. Okay, it might be something basic like that. Your results, they may say something, I noticed my face, my skin was tightening right away. I was noticing, just some of my deep lines on my forehead within a week. I could see that they were thinning out. I mean, really, I'm impressed with the product. your goals. This is what inspires people in your living room. This hosting welcome, like I said, this is one of those 1%ers. You're setting the stage. You're creating the environment in your living room for people to want to buy, for people to want to join you. So what you're doing is you're showing, you're kind of, I guess, putting your vision out there of where you're going with the company, so that you teach the host to and it's their why, their want, their vision, not ours, it's theirs. So let's just say, for example, they're a parent, they may say as part of their goal, you know, being a parent, I miss a lot of baseball games, I miss a lot of those ballet recitals, and what I see is at some point Nerium could allow me to make extra money where I don't have to always work overtime. Basic things like that. So it's a 3-step process in the hosting welcome. As the expert, you're going to teach that host what to say. So it could be the day before, you can role play it with them, and they're probably going to be nervous, so joke with them and tell them don't worry about it and you can't mess it up. And I always say this, say, look, you know what's awesome about this? It's not a job. You don't get yelled at, you don't get fired, it doesn't matter. You actually can't even mess this thing up. I mean, that's how awesome this business is. You can't even mess it up. You've got to take that edge off a new person. When you take off that edge, they will perform. They will have fun. And you need to see that smile. If your new brand partner is not smiling, does anybody in that living room want to get started with them? They're thinking, I've never seen her this stressed out in her life. Like, what has Nerium done to you? What have they done to you, right? I've shown up at some parties where they're like, you know, they're like, what has happened to you, okay? I'm like, here's a glass of wine, just sit over there for a second, I'm gonna help you set everything up, right? You guys know that's what happens, people get nervous. So it's our job to let them, one thing that network marketing has, is known for is people, when they have more success, they overcomplicate it. See, what took us so long to make this new kit and the system and to put this scenario together is how we had to take things out of the system. You're always one step away from ruining your system. So don't go teach the new brand partner everything you've learned because you've been here for 6 months. You want to teach them what they need to know to get paid and promoted. That's it. Faster qualification is the only thing we want to worry about with a new brand partner. We don't want to talk about NMD. We don't want to talk about they have to get on the trip. We don't want to talk about mastering all the ingredients, and we need to go visit the field of life and meet the farmers. And so you guys are laughing. I hear it. I'm in the living rooms, I'm at the coffee shops. We overcomplicate it, we make people nervous, we really do.
Yes, and with that hosting welcome, just let your host know that it's less than 60 seconds. So that will also help relieve some of that pressure that they end up feeling. They think they have to talk for 5 minutes and do the whole compilation of what Nerium is all about. So it's about 60 seconds, and the most that you want them to do is exude their excitement about joining a new business. And they're sharing just from the heart. I always say, speak from the heart. If you forget all those points, don't worry about it. Just speak from the heart and tell them what we're doing. That's all. Don't worry about anything else. So
okay, so here we go. Ready, set. This really is this will take the edge off being nervous, is just be prepared prior to the party. So you want to teach your people, have all your things in order. Like Tammy talked about getting all of your materials and getting your applications, and you might have some magazines, and you get your pens and all those things, so you have your items. Ready, set is really the day of the party. Be prepared. Test out your AV equipment, and what I mean by that might be a laptop, an iPad, it might be the DVD player. Test those things out. I know that there's a lot of leaders shaking their head. They know what I'm talking about. You get there, it's the perfect setting. They got Nerium cake pops. Everyone's having a blast. There's balloons, right? You're like, yes, this is awesome. There's 15 guests, and like they introduce you and you hit power play and it goes, ooh. Right? Anyone experience that? It's like, oh yeah, or how many people have experienced this? You show up and you bring them the DVD and you're like, all right, great, we're ready to get started. Where's your DVD player? Anyone got that one yet? And they go, oh, I don't have a DVD player, okay? Or I don't have a TV. I've actually run into that one too, okay? So there are people that don't watch television. So it is important. These are funny things, but it does happen. You know what the percentage of time that actually happens where there's a malfunction with some of the technology? So just definitely have it ready. Set up your treats. The wine, the cheese, the food. If you don't drink, you don't have to have wine. If your guests don't drink, just have it fun. Just have the treats there. Make it fun. And it's kind of funny. Tammy and I come from a culture where it's very strict. Suit and tie. I'd show up with my presentation material and boards. How are you, ma'am? It was like corporate America. It was stuffy. I mean, I'm not knocking that company that much other than the culture. It was just different. It was a different product. Our product's alive. It's fun. It's a different type of person that we're attracting to the company. We were actually taught not to have, fun things there. It was almost like, don't have fun. Wear your tie, present, like you're in front of a corporate 100, 500 company. And we actually were taught to not have cake pops and balloons and things like that. This is coming from me, some of my friends in the room that I've worked with in the past, they're like, oh my goodness, is he really gonna go there? Like, our number one rule is don't ever have alcohol. Personally, I don't drink, so this is even probably more important to coming from me is, I've noticed that if people can be in an environment that they feel comfortable in and what they normally do in their everyday life, they're so much more likely to want to engage. So don't try to paint someone into a box. Come to this presentation and it's not supposed to be fun. That's the difference in Nerium. Go out there, give us your best idea with, people have Nerium cakes and Nerium cupcakes and pops and different things and popsicles, and people have come up with Nerium lemonade, blue colored lemonade and Nerium teenies, and just go for it. But just understand, right? Some of you guys are like, yes. And that's what, so we're giving you permission to have fun. But I think when people show up and they're like, this is cool, I like it, I could do this, I could see me getting into this type of a culture. I think when you see that and you experience it as someone that, especially if they've looked at other businesses, when they show up, they're expecting something totally different. Mm-hmm. They walk in like, oh wow, this is not one of those things. This is fun, I like this, I could do this. And my friends would want to come to something like this, so keep it fun.
Yeah, and on that same note, don't go to the absolute extreme, meaning don't have, steak and lobster and things like that, because remember, your guests are watching everything that you do and how you set your home up to see if they can do what you did. If they, maybe you have a friend that maybe is broke, that needs a financial opportunity, and they come over to your house and they see this vast array of just amazing food, caviar and champagne and things like that. They're gonna look and say, I can't do this. No way, I'm out. So
don't be over the top.
Yeah, don't go over the top. You can definitely have fun, and we want you to have fun. But do something that's going to cater to your group and your friends and family. And do something that's normal for you. Don't be abnormal. We want you to be real.
Yes.
We say that all the time, right?
Exactly. Okay, so let's go to really, it's party day, it's the sequence, it's the steps to party. And really just going to go through these quick because we're going to role play them. You're going to obviously, something that's new, and these are just such one percenters that lots of time went into this. We found that some people like music, some people like the scrolling gallery of photos, some people like to, thumb through the magazine for their people. And what we did is through our consulting, we went out there, we said, let's come up with the end-all, be-all, power play kind of DVD menu. It's almost like a screensaver. And what we've done is on the DVD, when you put the DVD in, you just leave it alone. It's going to automatically play what should be playing at your party for the warm-up. I'm so pumped about this, guys. It is so awesome. And you'll see it today, but it's before and after photos. It's Lexus, it's iPad, it's the Cancun trip, it's the product. It's just one after another, after another, after another, after another, and it's nice music. So you don't have to worry about music. You don't have to worry about a scrolling gallery or anything like that. It's all right there. And it's a subliminal thing. It really is. It's, your guests are coming, they're hanging out, and all of a sudden it's Lexus, 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 Lexus. What are you thinking? Lexus, Lexus. You see what I'm talking about? Or if you're worried about circles under your eyes, and all of a sudden you're seeing now the before and after photos come up, it's like circles gone, circles gone. You see what we did here, guys? So I'm really these one percenters are a big difference. We actually through this system we've really given you every 1% need to create an environment to win in. That's what it is. It's not that noticeable if you just go through this real quick. You're not going to see some big aha moment, but when you add them all together, it really is. It's wow, we've created this entire environment. It's comfortable to be in, it's fun to be in, and all these things are touch points are hitting your guests so that at the end, it's going to be easier to sign them up.
And I think that this DVD menu really helps eliminate some steps for us as hosts.
Definitely.
Because I used to train, you just saw me last month train, print as many photos as you possibly can. Have them visible everywhere, on an iPad, on a computer, on your TV, everywhere. Well, this one tool takes care of all of that. It's going to be constantly rotating with different pictures going. It's such a variety. So I think it's an amazing tool to have.
Okay, so the next... Sorry.
As little as it sounds.
So the next thing is you're going to share your hosting. That's that hosting welcome. So it's put the DVD menu in. Everyone's kind of getting ready. They're mixing and mingling. They're starting to come around the chairs and in the living living room, and you're going to do your hosting welcome, which is, hi, I'm the host, thanks guys. You might not say I'm the host, but it's the hosting welcome. It's kind of giving you the lingo. And then what you're going to do once you go through that hosting welcome, and this is something that very few of you do, but a lot of people that we consulted with do this, and it's really a warm-up. Doesn't seem like a big step, but it's a huge impact on environment, is guest introductions. So at this point, the host is going to go, hey guys, just real quick, so everybody gets to know each other. If everyone could just go, we're just going to go around the circle, and everyone just give us your name, and then if you could just kind of tell everybody how you know me. And that gets really funny. Okay, especially if you're in my living room, like, oh, let me tell you this about Mark Smith. No, again. So it warms up the crowd. So everybody, it's not, it's kind of like you have that ice or that thick air in the room. What this does is it warms up the group. So everyone kind of goes around, oh, hey, my name's Mary, and I went to college with Tammy, and she always dreamed about meeting a Navy guy in Hawaii, and and all that kind of stuff, right? So just keep it real, right, guys? So anyways, let's go to the next point. I had to get one in there. She started it today, right? You guys noticed that?
I didn't do anything.
Sure, you came out and took over the whole podium over here. Okay?
Well, that's the given.
Okay, so the next thing is now it's time to get to the presentation, and it's time to play the DVD. And what you're going to notice when we role play, one thing that in our career in 13 years, I mean hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of living rooms we've been in. We've had every scenario you can imagine, good and bad, and scary and crazy happened to us, okay? You heard my dog bite story, okay? I got bit by a dog once, okay? Pretty interesting. But I completed my party, I got sign-ups, and went on to go to the next party, okay? But what we do notice a lot is that the host and sometimes even the expert are not engaged in the party. So in other words, they play the DVD, and then they go to the kitchen, and they're totally distracting the people that are there. If it's that exciting and if it's that important, you would be engaged with your guests. That's a huge 1%er. So you'll notice that when we start the DVD, Tammy and I are going to engage in that DVD. If it's the 100th time that you've watched the presentation, you laugh at the jokes, you aha at the aha moments, you lean forward in your chair, and you engage in the party. It's so important to be able to do that in that environment. Next thing, after that DVD plays, the host is then going to introduce, if your expert is in the room, they're going to introduce the expert who's going to help. And I use this language. This is very important to use this language carefully, because I don't like this word close, okay? This is the inside looking out, so we're in the company. Basically what this does is it helps, the expert's going to help close the arena or get the sign-ups. What they're going to do is they're going to recap very briefly some exciting things, and we're looking forward to working with you, and we're excited to have Tammy on board, and no pressure here today, but we are looking for some sharp people to get it. I'll go through some things in a little bit. So the expert's going to help get that moving. If they're not in the living room, you're going to either Skype them in, or you're going to put them on a conference call. I'm going to tell you that Skype is more powerful than the conference call on a speakerphone, so you probably want to try to do the Skype versus a regular phone, but that's kind of the flow of the party itself.
And I think that the reason behind that for the Skyping is when I'm Skyping into parties, I get to look at the guests. I get to see their body, how their body's reacting to the information, what their facial expressions are, and they, in the same turn, they can look at me and see that I'm a real person. They can look at my eyes, they can talk to me and ask me questions and know, I don't know, I guess you can read body language very well, and that way, you can't help but, especially when we're blown up on those big televisions being Skyped in, which I don't like, but whatever. But yeah, I like to Skype into parties because I want to be like I'm there with them, rather than just talking, just a voice on the phone, just kind of going out in air. I just feel like it's more personable, and there's more of that personal touch involved. Now, with your expert, you're introducing your expert. There's a couple of bullets involved in introducing your expert. Now, you're going to say their name, their background, or their occupation, a couple of their accomplishments, and you're going to show appreciation for them to come to your party. Now, when you're talking about their background or occupation, this does not mean, this is Mark Smith. He's a 3-star national marketing director. I just demoted you, sorry. He's a 3-star national marketing director. Your guests have no idea what that means. Keep that language out. Don't say this person's an SD, a senior director, an executive director. They have no clue what that means. So just keep it to where, terms that they understand. Maybe their previous occupation, which was, in the Navy, or they were a teacher, or they are a teacher. Explain in those terms, because that'll kind of bring more value to that expert in the room. As far as the accomplishments go, we're talking about accomplishments here at Nerium. And it doesn't, I mean, if they've earned like a Live Better bonus, go ahead and say that. You know, they've earned a bonus working from home with this home-based business. Or if it's like, you know, they've earned a Lexus car bonus. Maybe they're an expert that's pretty new at this company and it's an iPad. They've earned an iPad. Whatever it is, just establish what they've accomplished here at Nerium. And then the show appreciation part just means, you know, I appreciate this person, you know, taking time out of their busy schedule to coming to help me with my party. This is the launch of my party and they're taking time out of their busy schedule to be here with me and my family and friends. So that's what the show appreciation part means.
So the expert really does have a very, very important role, whether they're in person or whether they're dialed in Skype or over the phone. The expert really, the three things that you see up there on the slide, those are the three takeaways for an expert. So as an expert, and some of you right now, you know, you're a new brand partner and you're thinking, well, what do I need to become an expert? No. At some point in your career, you may eventually be the person that dials into someone's party. That's fine. Don't worry about that right now. For those of you that already have a big team, you've kind of been going for a while, you've gotten comfortable with this, these are the three takeaways that you want to have. One, our job as an expert is to ask for the sale. So many times I see this where it's a great expert, they got a great story, they're really fun, they're cool, they excite the people and people relate to them and they go, okay, great, everyone have a great day, and they leave. And you're like there and you're going, what do I do now? Right? They didn't ask for the sale. That was the whole reason you needed them there, because you don't want to ask your friends for the sale. It's so much easier to have someone third party say, do you see the opportunity for yourself? Do you see the opportunity to look better, feel better, and have great looking skin? It's so much easier for a third party person to say that and convey that. Second thing is answering their questions. So the expert's role is to help answer their questions for more than a couple of reasons. One, a new brand partner, we don't want a new brand partner answering questions. That's obviously the primary thing. But two, we want every brand partner's guests to see that there's a system. If the guest is thinking, I need to study a script, I need to go back to school, I need to become an esthetician, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So if you're a fairly new brand partner and you went and read all the material and you made note cards and you learned everything and you start firing off, oh, let me tell you about this, let me tell you about that, I've watched so many people ruin their party or ruin the warm market they have right in front of them because it's so funny, it's kind of an oxymoron to say this, they become so good at the business that there are people that they know compare themselves to them, they go, Tammy, you're super sharp, I could never memorize what you just memorized, you must have studied for weeks for this party here today. So they have a different opinion of how it really works. So when the expert is there, either via Skype, over the phone, or in person, and they handle those questions, what's the guest thinking? Wait a minute. So Tammy's busy, she homeschools the kids, she's got a side business, she invites me over, she's not even that good, she has to use a DVD, first of all. Then she doesn't even know the answers to my questions. You get this Navy guy she invites over, obviously you know where that's going, and he answers the questions, right? But think about what the guest is thinking. They're thinking, I can invite people over, I can play a presentation, I can use and have access to other people in this company and on this team that can answer my questions for my guests. What's the next thing they're saying to themselves? I can do this. Always remember that, I can do this. Third thing, probably the single most important thing, is to book more parties. The only reason we have a party is to book 5 more parties. It really is. That's the only reason we do a party. It's the referral market. You want to get a party going and into another party and into another party and into another party. If you look at different industries, insurance industry, the real estate brokers, mortgage brokers, CPAs are a great example. There's people in this room that are in those career paths, and they've been in that industry for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They've never once ran an ad. Never once. They went to 3 or 4 people that they knew, they showed them their product, and they went from referral to referral to referral, and 20, 30 years later, they built a hugely successful business in the referral market. That's what relationship marketing is all about, but you have to get that next party. We're gonna show you how to do that by getting into that referral market a little bit easier. Okay, now after the party, it's a simple process. You're gonna process the orders, preferred customers, brand partners. You're gonna enter into the NCC system the autoresponder campaign. So there's some different campaigns that we're going to talk about where you have access to. If someone maybe they weren't ready to get started yet, but they're interested in the product, you might shoot them into the product email campaign. Maybe they're thinking about joining as a brand partner, but they're not too sure. You might enter them in that campaign. But the biggest thing is going to come from is the follow-up. The follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, and that's one of the absolute keys to everything is following up. So what we're going to do now is we are going to role play for you an actual full party, and then what we're going to do is we're going to freeze frame during the party. So you're going to see us kind of orchestrate the party itself. And then in the middle of the party, we're going to freeze frame and we're going to draw out certain scenarios that we trained on thus far. And we're going to show you, okay, this is a scenario that could happen to you. And this is what you would do. Okay, so we're ready to do that now, guys. We're going to get set up. So what you'll notice is we'll start to have some, it's moving day in Nerium International right now. So we're going to go ahead and actually start setting up some of our stuff as we prepare for this role play. What I would ask you to do, and I know a lot of you guys are like, where do I get my toolkit? Where do I get my toolkit? I do want to let you guys know this. When you leave here, not right now, so if you walk out right now, they're going to go, oh, you're not getting a kit. Okay, so don't walk out right now. There's my, and we okay, lock the doors. No, I can't. And I just want to let you know, because I know a lot of you are wanting this kit. This is something that I'm blown away by. I shouldn't be at this point because Nerium does it right. Every single person in here is going to get one of these new Real Results toolkits when you leave here tonight. Every single one of you, okay? I'm pumped about that. Yeah. And that's, you might think, well, that's pretty cool. Man, that group's even more excited. Yeah. They're excited. Awesome. Good stuff. I like that. Got the memo. Thank you. Here's the thing, guys. That may not seem like a big deal. It's like, okay, cool, I get the new kit. I can tell you that. We've been in this industry for a while. Companies don't go, hey, let's figure out a way to spend a ton more money that we don't need to spend and put out 5,500, 6,000 of these new kits, and the pressure of getting them all done in time for this event, and that pressure on the team at the home office was huge to deliver all the content by this time. And to do that is just a statement of the founders of this company that are willing to do that. It's awesome, right? Ready to go?
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Casey.
All right.
Behave.
All right, let's do it.
So, it's my first party. I'm so excited. I'm kind of nervous. Do I have my DVD menu playing? Is that playing? I need my DVD menu playing on the spot. There are my videos. My food, is it set up? Let me see. Yes, I'm all good. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hope my sign-in sheets are here. Here are my sign-in sheets. My enrollment forms are here. My expert's supposed to bring my material because I just enrolled as a brand partner, and my material should be here any minute. I hope he gets here before our guests get here. Kind of a little freaking out. He's supposed to be here in a minute. Hurry. Oh. Is everything? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, thanks for coming. I'm so glad you're here now. I'm so nervous. I don't know. I don't know. It's my first party.
Totally nothing to be nervous about.
Did you bring stuff?
My famous Nerium backpack. Okay. It is filled with all the goodies. No, really, I have everything. I told you, just relax. There's nothing to worry about. Okay. Nothing. And so I've got some product for you. Oh, good. And I've got the new toolkits. Okay. I've got some magazines. Probably want to put some of these out and just kind of spread them around a little bit. Okay. Got our sign-in sheets. Okay, well, good stuff. You even have an Elmo in your house. That's incredible.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Good stuff. I'll go ahead and put this over here.
Okay. All right. So now what do we do?
Prepared?
Well, should I get more chairs? Oh, someone's here. Should I get more chairs?
I'll take care of everything.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, hi, Amanda. I'm so glad you're here.
So good to see you.
Aw, thank you for coming to my party.
This house is so nice.
Oh, thank you. I have a lot of chairs here, I mean,
it's fantastic.
Would you do me a favor? Could you just sign in for me real quick?
Sure.
I'm going to go get the door. I'm expecting some more visitors. And then just go help yourself in the kitchen.
Fabulous.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Name, Amanda.
Hey.
Phone number, 555
Do you have a phone number?
4159. Email address, no email. I'm excited to hear how Nerium can help me with fine lines and wrinkles. Yes, please. Discoloration. $300 skin cream. Looking younger? Yes. Earning extra income, residual income. Not so much.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? I'm Amanda.
Hey,
How
I'm
are
Mark.
you?
Nice to meet you. Awesome. You want a glass of wine?
I would love some.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Red or white?
We'll go with white.
All right, good. I don't know anything about wine, so here we go.
Well, you know, I don't either.
Sure, here we go.
Well, I know a label's cute and that has glitter on it, so that's cool.
Oh, looks like there's actually real wine in there.
Well, you know, that's cool. That's good. How do you know Tammy?
Actually, Tammy and I go way back.
Sign in
I
for
was
me,
in the Navy
please.
and we
And
were out
then
there in
have
Hawaii and been friends ever since.
Oh, what am I doing here?
She's a friend of mine.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no kidding. So, all
What
right, did you
am
get
I
good grades?
doing?
Well, I'm not going
Long
to
She
give
told me she
all
was
of
the
her
smartest in the
secrets.
sorority, so.
I hope it goes fast. Oh, what do I want
This
here?
is Amanda?
Fine line?
Yeah, it's Amanda.
I don't know. Look younger? Yeah, I want that. Extra income? Well, she probably wants me to buy something tonight. I don't know. Let's see.
Hey, how's it going? Hi, Lane.
Hi.
Mark. Nice to meet you. Want a glass of wine?
All right. Almost time. It's almost time. So it's about 10 after 7. So about now is the time that I need to start my party because you don't want to wait on the other guests to come. You want to respect these people's time. So hey guys, come on in. Just come in my living room. I'm so excited about starting my party. So I'm brand new here and I'm glad you guys were able to take time out of your busy schedule to come to my party. One of my friends actually started posting on Facebook all these great pictures, and it just intrigued me. And I've seen, lifestyle changes for her, like earning some more money from home, and that's definitely something that I wanted for myself. And so I'm so glad to be sharing this information with you. But enough from me. Right now, would you guys mind just introducing yourself and just saying how you know me?
I'm Mark. We met at the gym.
We sure did, didn't we?
I knew she was looking good. I'm Amanda. I know Tammy from college.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm Elaine. I'm her neighbor.
Oh, cool.
Thank you so much, guys. So at this point, we're just going to watch a quick 20-minute video, and we're just, so we're going to watch this 20-minute video, and then we'll get some questions answered and things like that. So let's get started.
Awesome. Cool. So what gym do you go to? Basically right now, guys, we're in a freeze frame. Okay, so we have our living room going on there. And what would have happened prior to that, the actual DVD going on and this scenario happening is, this is a 1%er, this is new. I would go over and get the party sign-in sheet. The party sign-in sheet has some check-off items. It says, I'm excited to hear about how Niram can help me with. Then the person checked off fine lines, maybe wrinkles, I want to look younger, maybe I want to earn some extra money, and they're just little check boxes. Being able to work from home, residual income, opportunities to travel. So what this is a hot button list for me. So as the expert, I went over, kind of nonchalant, got this list. We started the presentation, and now I'm reading through the exact way to handle the different folks that are in the living room. Because I know here Amanda, she wants to look younger. Okay, so she's probably product driven. I know that Mark, he checked off earning money, earning a Lexus, being able to work from home, residual income, opportunities to travel, leadership development. You know what that's called? He's in, okay? You guys know what that means? Elaine, she checked off one thing, but what I noticed, okay, now we're gonna get into some 1%ers that are really important when you're going to kind of handle the ending of the event. If you notice, she's checked her watch again, right? So read the body language. So what's gonna happen now is Tammy's gonna introduce me as the expert, but I've been paying attention the entire time, and I'm watching. I noticed Elaine, she didn't seem that excited when she showed up. Did you guys notice that? Okay, we really had to rehearse that because Elaine's so positive. She's like, I can't do it, I can't be negative. It was so interesting as we role play this. But she was kind of a little bit, not that excited. She noticed she checked her watch. She was kind of hemming and hawing when she was, filling out her form. If you notice, Mark's been leaning forward the whole time in his chair, and he's smiling, and he's kind of really into it, and Amanda's interested and engaged. So I'm reading the body language of folks because I don't want to go to the most negative person in the room that's been sitting there with their arms crossed the entire time. Oh, let me start with Elaine. That's going to be fun and interesting. Okay, I get beat up on my first one, right? So I'm gonna always go where the energy is, go where people are excited, go where the interest level is. It'll make your job easier. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna talk to everybody, but I'm gonna go to the obvious, okay guys? So watch what happens. We unfreeze this frame and we go for it.
So at this point, guys, the video's over. I just want to introduce you to someone that's here to help me. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. God, you're late. Come on. What are you doing? Oh gosh. Why'd you bring that? What is that?
I thought this was a party.
It is. It's my real results party.
Who drinks?
I bought Crown and Ginger. It's all good.
Oh my goodness.
I have wine.
Oh, you have wine?
Gasoline.
Oh, let me finish this. I'm gonna get that wine.
Oh no.
Hey, you know, I got it.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, T?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, do me a favor, man. You're like a little late. We just went through. Freeze frame. Okay? Freeze frame. Anyone have a brand partner show up late? Anyone have a brand partner who's a little cuckoo show up at your party? You guys know what I'm talking about? Right? They ruined the party. Hey, you got to handle that. You got to handle it. You got to handle it easy, but you have to handle it. So watch how I handle this. This is an easy way to do it. Anyone ever had a brand partner drink too much at your party? Okay? Okay, it's real life. So you just have to be prepared because you don't want it to ruin your party. Okay, so unfreeze. Okay, so hey man, do me a favor. We just went to the party. We got some super sharp guests here. So, you know, it's like, I mean, that glass is like a little big. So you might like, maybe just kind of go over there. And did you start drinking like earlier?
Yeah, like since 2 p.m.
Bro, you're like really drunk, man. You reek of booze. Do me a favor, man. This is like really important to me. Tammy's already nervous. Can you just kind of take it easy a little bit and just let us get through this, and then we'll party later, man. You and I, we'll party later. Can you help me out? Be a team player.
I just have one question after when you're done.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay,
I'll be right here drinking my wine.
All right, good stuff.
Okay, so at this point, what I would like to do is introduce you to Mark Smith. And Mark Smith actually has a Navy background, and he has recently left the Navy, and he does this full time. And you know, I really aspire to him, and he's just been doing some amazing things, and I really want, you know, pretty much what he has. And so he's helped many people get free Lexus car bonuses, free iPads, things like that. And I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. So this is Mark Smith.
Awesome. How's it going, guys? Met you a little bit earlier. So I'm really excited you came over. We're really excited to be working with Tammy. She's really pumped up about Nearham and is already off to a great start. And I know this probably, you're probably looking at different things here, whether it's the product or the opportunity. And for me, I'm just going to share my story with you. And I've been in the industry for a while. And for Tammy and I, it's been awesome because we share a lot of the same passions. And basically, what I want to do is I want to be able to work from home and be with my kids and have some fun. So being in the Navy, I was working a lot of hours. And what this allowed me to do is just really have that freedom. And we want that for you as well. So really, there's just a couple options at this point. It's a pretty simple decision. Maybe you're here and you want to use the product to become a customer and maybe even learn how to get your product for free. Or maybe you're saying, hey, the product makes sense. You want to look younger, feel better, and also join our opportunity to make some more income and maybe even one of those Lexuses. And we have a lot of people that are enjoying that as well. So I appreciate you. I'm going to mingle. We're going to hang out. No pressure here, guys. I'll answer questions more one-on-one. And it looks good. Look, Mark, you already have your credit card out there. So, Mark, you see the opportunity for yourself?
Yeah. How many people can I recruit in this?
Oh, man, there's no limit. You can build as big of a team as you want, really. So,
and
awesome.
The comp plan, how's the comp plan work?
You know what? The comp plan is very lucrative, but we have a training video that goes through all the different elements. Man, it does a better job than I could ever do. So once we get you on the team, we'll go ahead and get your launch kit, and we'll direct you to show you how to go through the system.
All right.
Okay? Actually, here, you can just actually sign up right on an iPad. So
thanks.
Okay, so freeze frame.
Okay.
So right now, what we're going to go through is, since Elaine, as you've noticed, has been our naysayer and our negative guest, and so we're going to approach her. We're going to individualize this and show you how to approach each type of person at your party. There's typically three. Someone that is just not interested, somebody that's interested in product only, and somebody that is ready to go, like you just saw. So the first scenario we're going to do is with Elaine.
So I really want to hit the fact that I knew Elaine was going to be an issue because she started off with the body language, the clock, and she was kind of blowing up her hair, and she's been ready to leave before she got there. But I don't want to go ahead and just go right to Elaine because I already know that she's probably not interested by her body language, and I don't want to blow the fact that Mark is he's bobbing, he's into it, he's leaning forward. I mean, he had his credit card out, and he was ready to go. The sheet indicates states that he checked off all these things that it's kind of a no-brainer. You check off all those right things and the video hits every single thing you checked off. Guess what's on the video in comparison to the checkoff sheet? Everything. Okay, so it's in sync. So what they check off, we're answering their question in the video. It was designed that way, so it's very, very powerful. So I just went ahead and, just go to the obvious. Okay, the energy was there. Hand him the iPad, hand him the application, let him start, getting started, and then go ahead. And now Tammy's going to go ahead and handle Elaine.
Okay, so we're going to show you 2 different ways for Elaine: the wrong way and then the right way. So we're going to do the wrong way first. All right. So Elaine, what did you like best about what you saw?
Oh, Tammy, this isn't for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Operation Tag Team. All right. Well, I mean, clearly.
Get her keys.
Clearly, you didn't see everything. I mean, do you know about this family? I mean, do you know his story? Did you hear what I said? How awesome he was? Look.
You're not interested for real? Well, we could play the DVD all over again. Hold on one second. Just watch it.
Yeah,
I'll bet you pay attention
fast
this
forward.
time.
Look at this part right here again.
You guys, I'm really not interested.
How? How could you?
I don't
Everyone's
understand.
interested.
What
That's
don't you
ridiculous.
see? You don't see it?
I thought you were her friend.
I know.
Well,
No.
You need to get new friends.
I think so.
I mean,
What a bummer.
take her off the
Seriously?
Christmas list.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, so freeze frame. Okay, guys? Everyone in here that's laughing, you did it before. That's why you're laughing. So, a no is not yet. A no is not no, I'm never going to talk to you about your business again. A no is not yet. And we blow really the whole opportunity here, in my opinion, when you attack somebody. We're having fun here, but this is not that far from what really happens when someone says, I'm just not sure if I'm interested. Usually, especially a new brand partner that's pumped up, they're excited, what do? They immediately attack them, right? And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we back offer. You do the opposite. You immediately shift into a different gear. It's her first exposure. Give her keys back, right? Back out of the situation. And here's the thing, ready? Don't be a weirdo. You know what I'm talking about? Okay? Be normal. Be normal. And it's a normal situation, no problem. What we know is about 80% of the people that say they're not interested, you want to know why they're not interested? They don't have the money. They don't think they can afford it. They're not sure about themselves. They're not sure the product's going to work for them. A no, typically, it's very small percentage of the time that it's a hard no. Heck no, I would never do anything about this again, or never call me again. It's very rare that that's actually what they're thinking, even though that's what you're interpreting when they say, I'm not interested. So all we want to do is this is a big 1%er in our system right now, this enhancement, is we want to turn a no into a party. Okay, that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to turn a no into a party. So kind of watch how we transition into that. So go ahead.
All right. So Elaine, what did you like best about what you saw?
Tammy, it's just, it looked good, but it just doesn't seem like something that's for me.
Okay, that's completely understandable. It's not for everybody.
Hey.
No, didn't get to say hi on the way in. How's everything going?
It's okay.
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Do you see the opportunity to become a customer or a brand partner?
Probably not now. Not for me.
It's not for you?
Yeah, I'm just not
That's
really
not for everybody.
interested.
It's fair enough. I really appreciate you coming to support Tammy. It means the world to Tammy. I know
She's
she
a
was
friend.
pumped up that you came over and, starting a new business. Sometimes you can be nervous. So that's awesome. But I appreciate you just coming out. You going to hang out a little bit with us?
Yeah.
For
Do you wanna
1
go-
minute.
You
Yeah.
want
Cool,
to
yeah, grab
grab a glass of wine? Come on, let's go.
Cool. Awesome. Freeze frame. See how that worked, guys? No pressure. She's out of the situation. She becomes comfortable. Her guard goes down again. And then what we'll do is that opens up an opportunity to deliver the next exposure.
Yes.
Okay, so a no goes into the next exposure, goes into a party. So that's kind of what we're doing at this point. So we're mingling, get that no, get the no or the negative out of the energy. The energy's here. This is the sign-up couch. You sit on the couch, you sign up. This is how it works. Okay? So what you want to do is you just want to go with that flow. So we'll unfreeze frame, kind of get back into the flow of the party. And so scenarios are, they want to sign up as a brand partner. They want to sign up as a preferred customer. They want to sign up, or they're a no, okay? So what we're going to do at this point is, hey, can you help me with something?
I got a question.
Oh, no, you got a question? Yeah, sure.
I signed up my mom yesterday.
Yeah.
What's up with the Near 'em Gives Back program? I should have my bottle in the mail, right now.
Dude, your bottle. Oh, you know what? I got an extra bottle here. Come here, check it out. Hey, you know what it is, man? Man, we didn't even process your mom's paperwork yet. And it takes a while to be able to do that. I can go all over that. Listen, we got some new people here, man, and we want to help Tammy. We're here to support Tammy. So why don't you hang out? And, you know what? To be honest with you, man, this thing is like crazy looking, man. Why don't you go ahead here? Why don't you get here? Why don't you have some water, okay, man? We'll party later. You and I. You want to go out tonight?
Sure.
We'll go to the club? All right, cool. Do me a favor, though. Can you
Like Donkey Kong.
help me out? Let me get this through this, okay?
Cool.
All right, cool. See, I'm going to continue to handle T because he's going to blow my party, right? I mean, the guy's wearing a skirt. You know what I'm talking about? He has a martini glass,
They can hear.
right?
Guy in the skirt.
I can get away with that because I'm his good friend, but you don't want to normally say that to a 285-pound Samoan. That's just some free advice there, okay? Guys, this will happen. These scenarios happen. If brand partners knew, they don't know any better. Hey, what's up with the near him gives back? I didn't get my free bottle yet. You know, I just signed the customer up this morning. And that's how they think. Like, it was yesterday. Where's my bottle? Does it work? So you want to make sure you handle that. You don't want to get mad at them and someone's looking at joining your company. You don't yell at them. You don't correct them in public, praise in public, correct behind the scenes. Just pull them aside. Hey, man, you know what? It's a great question. Get out. Get in the closet. No, I'm kidding. You just keep it normal, right? So here's what we're going to do now at this point is we're going to handle the other two scenarios where obviously brand partner, he's signing up. He's going through the motions. And now, our another one of the three scenarios is I want to become a preferred customer, okay? So if you notice, Amanda kind of came back over as we're mingling. So obviously we're fast forwarding through this presentation at this point. We're kind of mingling. So hey, Amanda, you said you had some questions?
Yeah, so this is just one product?
Yeah, it's just one product and it actually addresses multiple concerns. So it's a very, very simple system.
Yeah, so we're clear. My husband's going to be really excited because I just spent about $300 on 5 steps.
Oh, I'll tell you what, all the husbands are excited on this product, okay? It replaces a lot of those things, and he'll get some of the real estate back on the bathroom sink. You get to move all those products aside, so it's really cool.
Don't tell him that. I like that real estate. I'll just replace it with hair products.
Just that one bottle, right?
I love it.
Awesome.
He'll probably steal it. So I just use it at night.
Just use it at night. It's 4 pumps. You put it on a damp face, and you just wake up in the morning. It kind of comes off in the shower, and it's really awesome. And who knows, your husband might like it too. A lot of my guy friends are really into the product. It's probably because it's simple.
I'll see if I can sneak it in. So how do I get it?
So
do I take it home?
No, it's very simple. Go ahead and here's our preferred customer application. Just go ahead and fill that out, and what we'll do is I'll come back over when you're done filling it out. And Tammy and I don't know if you're interested in learning how to get it for free.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'll come back over and kind of show you how that system works.
Okay, cool.
Okay, freeze frame. So just simple, obviously there's different things that could happen, but this is a model we're kind of showing you of the 3 perfect scenarios. Okay, so now what happens is, in these 3 scenarios, we want to go flash back to Elaine. So Elaine's been hanging out. We took the pressure off. We're not trying to hard sell her. We're not trying to, berate her because she didn't get started. We're trying to support her decision, but we want to turn her into a potential customer or a party. The big thing is we want a party. Okay, we booked a party to book more parties. So what we're going to do now is Elaine is now, she's mingled a little bit. And if you've noticed the scenario, we got rid of the trouble brand partner. He's hanging out back there. We have moved Elaine, who's not interested, kind of away from the energy, the people that want to get signed up as a customer or a brand partner. And we're having fun with you from stage, but this would just all be normal and casual. Hey, you know what? It's not for everybody. Why don't we go have some wine and you take the pressure off. So now Elaine is about to leave the house. So we're going to go to that scenario of how do you go from a no, pass through to a party and a potential customer, and that could even turn into a brand partner later. So I'll go ahead and let you guys go ahead and go for it.
All right. Elaine, thank you so much for coming to my party. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule.
Of course, yeah.
You had a lot of things going on today. But look, I happen to have an extra bottle, and I'm wondering if you would like to try it for a few days. Would
the bottle?
Yeah, the product that you just heard about. Would you be interested in trying it out for a few days? Just on me. I have a bottle.
Is there any obligation?
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'd like to, actually.
Right. Yeah. Perfect. Great. Well, what I'll do is give you the Near Experience flyer. This just tells you how to use the product.
Okay.
And I'll follow up with you in a couple of days.
Okay.
And the best thing about this is I got to take a quick photo of you.
What?
Yeah, because we're going to monitor your progress. So let me go ahead and take that photo.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you again for coming. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
All right. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay. So notice I put her in onto PPS. I'm not done with Elaine. We're going to continue with her in a moment.
Good stuff. So here's what we're going to do at this point. So we have Elaine. She's left the house. She's left the scenario. She's on the product prospecting system. And what we're going to do now is, this is very important. These are the 1%ers. There's a customer flow and a brand partner flow once you sign them up. This is where you get that follow through and that pass through rebooking of parties. And this is also, remember we talked about narrowing the gap for that new brand partner to be able to go and have that party real quick. What we're gonna do right now, and you wanna always have these on hand, is what we call our Fast Start Packet. And our Fast Start Packet comes in packs of 5 of these. And like I said, you guys will get one of these on the way out here this evening. And what this is it's the new Real Results Party Toolkit. The audio training CD is in there, and the actual new party DVD is in there. And then you have your success planner. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have these as the expert. I always try to bring like some extra magazines, an extra bottle or two, and a couple of these. You wanna have them on you so you can help your new brand partner, okay? So what we're gonna do at this point, scenario 1 is we're gonna take the preferred customer through the follow-through process. That follow-through process is a 3-step process that we go out and we move them through. And that is, the first thing we're gonna do once they're signed up is we're gonna go ahead and take their before photo, very, very important. We're gonna register them for the 90-day Real Results contest. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna book their Real Results party on their 3 or free party on the spot. Okay, so those 3 things are very, very important. They're often missed. You get excited, you have a new customer, and all of a sudden it's great, and they go out the door, and you're trying to celebrate, and because you're new, and you're like, it worked, I got one, my first one, right? And what happens is we lose the follow through and that pass through of booking an additional party. We had a party to book another party, and we want to do that with Amanda on the spot. Okay, while she's excited, while she's enthused about the product, she already said that she wanted to learn how to get it for free. I've never signed up a customer and said, I've never signed up a PC yet that when I said, hey, would you like to learn how to get it for free? They go, no, I'm all about paying more money for things, and I'm not into freebies. Have you gotten that customer yet? No, right? So it's an easy time to talk about that process. Also, getting the before photo, if you notice she got Elaine's and she got Amanda's, and I talked to someone here last night, and they were talking about they didn't think they got results. So you know who you were. I met you in the audience. It was the first time I met you, and you said, I didn't think it was working for me. And then I looked at my before photo and my after photo, and I was blown away by the results. So that keeps getting validated to me that we really need to do a better job at getting that before photo so we can show the customer their results, okay? So that whole scenario happened. That was the preferred customer scenario. Now, the scenario of a brand partner, okay? So watch the steps as a brand partner. The first thing we're gonna do is enroll them, which we just did. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give them the Fast Start Packet. This is a big part of our system. So every single time, this needs to become absolutely without fail. Every time you personally sign up a brand partner, you're handing them this, or they're downloading it online, and then we're getting them one in the mail as well, because physically having it in your hand is different than the thin printer paper that you print out. Spiral bound, it's nice, and this is real thick card stock. It's really nice. It's very, very good graphics in there. It's just simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down with Mark right here, and I'm gonna give him the packet. I'm gonna book his Real Results party on the spot. I'm not gonna let him thinking about it. I'm not gonna let him go into too much thought process. Oh, let me get my list together. Let me give me a couple of weeks, because that's what a new brand partner does. They're nervous, they're not sure. They think it's like planning a wedding or something, right? So what we wanna do is we wanna go and just go ahead. You know what, Mark, it's real simple. Let me just ask you, are you looking to get a fast start or a slow start?
Fast.
I've never had anyone tell me a slow start either. So fast start, well, look, I love working with people that just want to go for it, and this is whatever hours you have, we'll fit it into your schedule. And what do you think about the Lexus program? Is that something that's interesting to you?
Let's do it.
All right, awesome. Well, here, this is for you. This goes through everything we did today. It's kind of our party kit. It's really, really cool, really awesome, simple to follow. And then what I'd like to do is I want to book, okay, guys, and this is something we haven't trained on yet. I'll train on tomorrow, is I want to schedule a fast start game plan. So within 48 hours or so, a fast start game plan is where I'm gonna take him through the Launch Plus Connect sheet. There's a difference of saying, okay, go listen to the CD, go watch new brand partner training, and tell me when you wanna do your party. There's a difference between that and getting them information, sitting down with them, finding out who they are, and I'll train on this tomorrow, and actually physically booking the party in their planner with them, because if you physically do that, the likelihood is they're actually gonna have a party. Okay, so it's a little bit different scenario, and what we're doing is we're booking that party with him. So I'm handing him those materials, and we're taking that system to the person. I can just tell you this, in my opinion, we'll look back on this. This is gonna be the #1 thing to took the company from where we're at right now, because we're doing a lot of things great right now as a company. It's just tightening up our system, narrowing the gap of when a brand partner joins the company to when the brand partner actually does the party, and really taking that brand partner, faster qualification the first month. If we can increase that percentage, The increase on the back end on volume and overall recruiting, which obviously goes right into how much earnings that you make, is just going to be exponential, guys. So it's just a very, very fluid process. As you can see, we went through those scenarios. So when you're looking at your party, if someone signs up, you need to be asking yourself, did I give them the tools? Did I book their next party? Did I book the game plan? Okay, did I equip them for success? If they're a customer, did I get their before photo? Did I register them for the contest? Did I book their 3-year free party? They're not interested. Did I give them the opportunity to try the product? And what we're going to do now is show you how to follow up with Elaine. So go ahead, Tim.
All right. So at this point, what we're going to do is the next slide. Do we have control of that? We can probably excuse everyone off the stage.
Yep. Yeah. You guys, give these guys a round of applause for helping us out.
Thank you.
Great job. Don't forget your glass.
Yeah. Okay. So in the follow-up process, the first thing that you're going to want to do is process those orders. Some people sit on those orders. You know, they have all the enrollment forms. They're sitting in their living room. No, immediately that evening, if possible, you can fax them in. And in your toolkit is the fax number of where that goes to. Because I know that sometimes we run into a situation where, you know, where do I fax it? Where do I send it? And it's right here in print in your Real Results Party toolkit. So you're going to process any paper applications. If you did enrollment online or on your iPad or online, you're good to go. Company already has that. But what you're going to want to do is start following up with the people that were at your party. What I like to do is I want to address Elaine first, because I turned Elaine onto the PPS system, which is the product prospecting system, where she tries the product for a few days. Now, you don't know the reason why she wasn't interested. Why was she doing this? Why was her body language saying no? It could have been a host of reasons, but my instigation is because she left with my product, that it's not necessarily that she does not want to try Nerium, obviously not. It might have been a financial reason, but she didn't want, maybe she's prideful, maybe it's embarrassing, she doesn't want to admit, oh, I can't afford it in front of me and all my friends. So you never know, and don't try to sit there and get them in a position where they're uncomfortable. So that's why I'm going to make that phone call to Elaine. So if I can have my phone ringing as I'm calling Elaine. Ring, ring. Do I have sound effects happening? Maybe not. Is Elaine there?
Hi, Tammy, it's Elaine.
Hey, Elaine. I'm just following up with you. I know that it's only been a few days of you using our Nerium AD product, but you know what? This is one of those products that you really know whether you like it or not after just a couple uses. Did you notice the softness on your skin?
You know, I did start it that night, and I noticed the texture. The texture feels really good.
Oh, great. Well, hey, I have something I want to propose to you. Well, I actually have a program. It's called my hosting program, and what it is I have a free full bottle of Nerium that I would like to offer you for hosting a party at your house, similar to what you saw at my house with your friends and family, and I would only share information about the product. Is that something that you would like to book?
Oh, wow. That full bottle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That $110 bottle?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I actually have free time this Monday at about 7 o'clock. So if that works for you, we can book that.
My daughter has soccer on Monday. Can we do Tuesday?
Absolutely. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Tammy.
Now, guys, I just got into her warm market. This, you might think, why would you give away a whole bottle? Well, think about this. These are leads that you didn't have access to begin with. And so for her to host a party at her house, you know, of course you're talking about product only, but I oftentimes get asked, so you do this for a living? You know, people figure it out, and they're interested, and they kind of pull it out of you. And when someone wants to talk about the opportunity, I would respect Elaine's home and her wishes and tell her guests, hey, you know what? This is really not the time. Let's exchange business cards. We can call each other, maybe meet for coffee, and we can talk about the opportunity behind Nerium. And if that person ends up being interested in becoming a preferred customer or a brand partner, I will let Elaine know. I will let her know and say, hey, you know that friend Jennifer that was at your party? Yeah, well, you know, she's interested in becoming a brand partner. So I just want to let you know. So, you know, possibly if there's an iota of interest of becoming a brand partner, you already have one person interested and ready to go. So I always open that up to that person. But just think of it as you're giving away a bottle to open up your referral list to allow the sales to come your way.
And you're going to basically use your Near 'em Gives Back bottles and extra inventory that you have to do that. So just a way to use those bottles to pass through to get more parties. It's a very, very simple process.
Yes.
So it's getting in another party is just what it's all about. So what we're going to do right now is guys, we're going to rapid fire through some of this. And the 3-year free party, real quickly. 3-year free party is the same thing we just did, but you're just going to play the 3-year free presentation. And when you play the screensaver DVD menu in the beginning, you're going to play, instead of playing that, because it has a lot of opportunity and money involved in it, you're just going to play the photo reel. So a 3-year free party, just think it's all product, so everything you're going to play is only product. So product photo reel versus what we played here. And then you're only going to play the product presentation. So the whole front half of this presentation has been cut out and put in a separate element on the DVD. So if you just press product, you'll get Tammy in the science and the presentation that you got up until we started talking about the money. So it'll just be totally raw product, okay?
And another thing that you're going to want to do, you're not going to want to have your Success from Home magazines out. We have a wonderful magazine called Beautiful You, and that's all product-based. So that'll be the magazine that you switch out for the Success for Home.
In closing, guys, there's something that we want to really announce that we're super excited about as well. Is lots of information here today, lots of notes. I mean, this is obviously a long scenario to give you all the ins and outs of everything that goes on. Is we've put together something we call Party Central. And Party Central is a new element of the back office and the Business Resource Center. And Party Central, when you click on that area of the website, what's going to come up is you're going to actually see, I'm going to give you kind of a little graphic, it's going to be a whole area dedicated just to parties. So you'll be able to download the CD, you'll be able to download the audio, you'll be able to download the planner, the party toolkit, all of the different elements that Tammy and I went over will all be in downloadable fashion in the Party Central. So it's a real simple thing to do. So with that, guys, I want to just say this. Once again, we believe that this company going to the next level is going to come down to all of us being one team, having that cohesion, one system. When you send someone to a Real Results Regional in Louisiana, and I send someone to a Real Result Regional in Portland, Maine, everybody's teaching the same thing, everybody's doing the same thing, and everybody's getting the same experience. So with that, guys, we appreciate you. Hope you got some good stuff, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Thank you.